Hello, everyone, and welcome to QuiltNCode. We are up here in the Rejuvenating Stitches studio, where we, my brother Willard and I, Allyson, are going to recap last month and give you a preview of what is coming. So we completely missed Nightcap in July. Like, August 2nd was there, and we were like, what happened? We missed it. We have had such a wild, like, 4 to 6 weeks that I can't even do lives during the week right this second, just because we're trying to get in a new schedule. And oh my God, you're right. So why have things been so busy, Will?
Because we're lush. And
oh, that's right. It is a nightcap. So I will let Willard tell you about this glorious drink.
I can do both.
Okay.
So we are now a Janome dealer. We have the territory ranging from us all the way to Boone. Is this east? I don't know.
It's got both directions.
Right.
We're both directions.
We have it all. Everything north of Mount Mitchell to the Tennessee border. It's all us.
It's kind of cool. So, so that in and of itself, we went to training for a whole week. And that meant that Lanny, Will, and I all went to training for an entire week, leaving poor Mother with the shop for an entire week all on her own.
Well, Kyla was there.
Dawn, Vicky, others came in to help her out. So it wasn't like she was completely alone. But it was still a lot of responsibility on them while we were gone. But we learned we were genomied out by Thursday. But we were up in New Jersey, not far from my mother and I's birthplace, and so we actually kind of had a bit of a vacation too.
A little bit, a couple of hours we had in the evening.
Yeah.
So when I was young and helping to move my grandfather out of the house in Tenafly, New Jersey, my father had taken me over to the Poconos, right?
Palisades.
I
got it this time.
So the Palisades, they are the cliffs of New Jersey that overlook the island of Manhattan. And it's just a beautiful place. And you wouldn't think that it was New Jersey for the first 100 yards in from the Hudson River.
It's amazing.
You got 20 yards and then these massive cliffs and then another 80 yards or so, and then a highway. And the other side of that is the suburbs of New York that reach from there all the way to Pennsylvania. So we went there, and Allyson had never been there, but then we went to Tenafly, New Jersey, and my father had taken her to the Tenafly Diner, and I had never been there, and so we stopped at the Tenafly Diner, and did we all have burgers?
I had a BLT. It was delicious.
I had the Firehouse Burger, and
the way he orders it is that...
Well, see, down in the South, they're not allowed to serve rare. They're...
He wanted it mooing.
And so I gave my standard answer of, how would you like that cooked? As rare as you can legally put it on my plate. I had, for the first time in my life, a truly rare burger. It was fantastic.
And what did you have, Lanny?
I also had an avocado something or another burger.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Not rare.
Yeah, and onion rings to die for. Oh my gosh.
Well, even you had the onion rings.
We're in Burnsville. We don't have restaurants, so we don't get out much.
We had the coleslaw. The coleslaw that they served alongside it had horseradish, and it was just wonderful coleslaw. And the Southerners would say that there's no way Northerners could beat them at coleslaw. And I beg to differ. This one, it was sweet and sour, and it had that little kick of the the horseradish. It was better. Sorry.
So we also got to go to Sleepy Hollow. That was one of the things that Will really wanted to do, but we didn't get out there early enough during the day for it to really make an impression. But it was really cool. I thought.
I wanted to catch a pumpkin in the head, and I didn't get that.
Yeah, I mean, that was it. So he was just, anyway.
I mean, there's even the bridge. They've got the bridge. It says the Old Horseman Bridge. I wanted to stand on the bridge and see if somebody could throw a pumpkin at my head, and they didn't have anybody throwing pumpkins. Couldn't even get to the bridge.
So luckily, he and Lanny are going back in about a month and a half for repair training. So they'll learn how to repair Janome sewing machines. And so at which point maybe they can go up a little earlier or stay a little later, in which to be able to go to Sleepy Hollow during the day.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I hate to say it, it's so bougie. It is all way out of anybody's price range, upper class.
All new townhouses.
New townhouses. People who have a yard about the size of this room and are very proud of that yard. We think you don't have a yard until you need goats to mow the thing. So it was interesting to go over there, but I may not ever go back. I guess I'll just read a compilation of George Washington Irving's short stories instead.
And sometimes just having, when you see it in person, it's
nice. Yeah, you never want to meet your heroes. Never meet your heroes.
Another childhood memory bites the dust.
That's right. They say you can never go home again, and without, oh, good Lord. I cannot believe I'm blanking. Is it Bob Hope? No.
I have no idea.
Singer,
I can't help
White
you here.
Christmas.
Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby. Without Bing Crosby narrating the whole trip, it just wasn't The Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
So other things that we did were we learned how to use the Continental M17. That is the high-end granddaddy of them all for Janome machines at this time. We do not carry the Continental M17.
We can get it for you.
But we sure do know how to use it. And so we did get to play a lot with embroidery, with accurate stitch regulation, and that we do have a machine that does embroidery, and we have a machine that does accurate stitch regulation. Just not at the price range of the M17. Believe me, you do not want that.
You could buy both of these machines for the same price.
Oh, for much less.
Much less. And the only thing you're missing is that the M17 has a much larger hoop.
Right. And Lanny's like, just stop. You're selling it out. So, okay. So, yes, the M17 does have the largest hoop. So, he is correct. So, if you want to embroider large stuff and you actually want to financially help us out, we'll sell you an M17 in no time.
This is what they tried to fix us up.
They did.
It works.
I know. So we always talk ourselves out of the money. So
if you don't need to embroider the back of a jacket every day, then the M17 is not necessarily your need.
Shh. Okay.
We can get you both machines for the same.
So here we go.
Okay. So tonight we are enjoying a white sangria. And everybody who's ever had sangria knows what sangria is. It is a way to make okay wine better. It doesn't make bad wine good, but it makes okay wine better.
But I like dry wine.
So yeah, you want to start with a dry white wine. Because I'm sort of bad mouthing it, I won't put it on screen for liability reasons. But the other thing you do is you add peach brandy. Now, those of you who tuned in for, which one was it? Was it? I think it was the 4th of July, the pre-4th of July red, white, and blue.
That's when it was.
The ruby, or the red brandy.
I could drink this
and another one. This is the same company, the Paul Masson. Instead of the red stone fruit, this is peach. This is better than any peach schnapps you can find out there. If you love fuzzy navels, go with this. So you spike this with a little bit of that.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought Parmesan made wine.
You're drinking the first batch.
Oh, okay.
And then because it's so dry, and this really does not sweeten it up that much, I also took my favorite triple sec and added that. So
I definitely need to flag these.
it says to add a quarter cup to the whole pitcher. That's the recipe.
Now, wait a minute. Where did the recipe come from? Did it come from here?
It started from there, yes.
Okay, so this brings us to my current love, and that is stripology. And so this is the Stripology Mixology book. And I actually have created, okay, so by that, it means that she has some patterns in here. And then she also has recipes for drinks in here. And so we are currently, you sort of took yours off of the, which one?
The white sangria right there.
Sangria recipe right here. And so, right, it was using some agave or sugar to sweeten it up.
I did not have any of that in our kitchenette downstairs. So
and brandy and...
Right, so the triple sec is in place of the agave sugar.
Right. See, I don't know how to, like, mix and match alcohol. So it's nice to have him who knows what. But she has a whole bunch of recipes for drinks in here, so that's kind of cool. And a whole bunch of cool, beautiful quilts in here. In fact, today I just finished the Charm Shuffle. And so this quilt, I should have had that on top if I was going to talk about this first. Lanny, you might have to change the camera. Or Grandma, can you change the camera?
Zoom out. Zoom in.
So that I can hold that up. And so this is the Charm Shuffle. It is using a version of the French General fabric from Moda. And too much fun. It is completely cut out with the stripology. And then, you know, what do we do as quilters? We cut fabric apart and then sew it back together again. So that is out of the Stripology Mixology book. And then I have another quilt that because I am trying to become a stripologist. So I have another quilt I wanted to share with you. And that is coming from...
Vicky's on. She said, yay, you finished it.
I did! Look at me! I finished. Vicky, I have not finished the chicken yet. I need to work on her feet. But Vicky and I have been sewing together quite a bit, and Vicky helped with doing the blocks for that for me. It's so wonderful to have great sewers that can help you out when you need them. So this quilt is coming from the GE Designs Lucy pattern, and the cool thing, I mean, it looks like it has a whole bunch of like rhombuses and triangles and all sorts of difficult things to piece together. And really what it is 10-inch squares. And it's a 10-inch square that is a background fabric. And so my background fabric, I think I'm going to use the small camera, Lanny. My background fabric is the purple, and my other fabric is this ombre. Okay, this one has not been cut down yet, so don't look at that. And so this is the background fabric. This ombre is my focus fabric. And so my focus fabric is 10-inch squares of whatever you want to use. And so what you do is, I'm going to lay out before I cut so that you can see what happens. So this is what you do. You have your two squares. You take your background fabric square and your ombre square and you place them on top of each other. You do a first cut and then you sew them back together. So you would you'd switch Okay, so now my background fabric is going to go on this, and then it's going to go on that. Okay, does that make sense? No, doesn't make any sense at all. But
you lost me at square.
Okay. So, and then you switch, You cut again.
Oh, switched.
Right. No. Okay, wait. I gotta go back. Lady's confused. I have to go back. I don't have any yeah, that's okay. I've also been drinking some wine, so okay. So pretend it does. It goes straight to my head. Pretend that this is all a purple piece, and then on top of it is all an ombre piece. You cool with that? 2 pieces together? Right. Cool. I cut just one piece, and then using the stripology, I should have brought the stripology up here so I could do it. I apologize. I will do that in a live, or I will do that in a video. Anyway, the cool thing about this is that then you sew them back together opposites, okay? And then you cut again. So you're going to cut like that using the stripology. And just like Willard said, then you take and you switch them.
It's the old switcheroo. And then you stitch them, and you end up with that, and you end up with this. So you have one where your background fabric is the big part, or your focus piece is the thing. And now I'm playing with, that's why it's not sewn together. I'm playing with, do I want to go, how do I want to do this? Do I want to go like that? Now I'm running out of room. You know, like, do I want to have...
I can't zoom that one out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, how do I want to lay them out now? And so, there we go. You got it. How do I want to lay them out? Do I want to... So that's where I'm at now, is how do I want to lay them out? And so I think that this one's wrong. This one should be a... Stop laughing at me!
With that purple fabric and all the the pretty stars in it, it's looking very Galaga.
It looks really, really cool. You know, and I think that this is the particular pattern I want to use. I think is how I want to do this. But what I did was I took and put it into a whole bunch of different layouts, and then I have taken pictures, and then I can figure out from there. So stay tuned. This is on it is still in its design phase. I mean, like, I have most of the stuff cut out and sewn together, but yeah. So, okay, so that is all I have for for the stripology. But we are headed to the Pennsylvania show in 2 weeks, and I'll be able to present there, which means I have a whole bunch of these silly little samples that I need to get done. So just keep watching, because they're coming, and classes are coming too on the stripology. All right, go ahead. What else? Next?
Oh, you want me next? Okay. As those of you who have tuned in before know, my daughter is up in Newfoundland, and I can only get as far as New Jersey with my accent, so I'm sorry. I'm trying to get there. I don't know what's a boot, but... So we have just received this month our first line of Minky kits from Shannon Fabrics. This one, this cute little baby, I mean, it's like a newborn blanket, but it's just so adorable.
I mean, you could sit on your couch, just pet it like a cat.
You've got like high pile Minky, low pile Minky. It's all soft. And this one is featuring La Mousse. It's a Quebec mousse, La Mousse. And it's wonderful. We have five kits?
Six different kits.
One kit is
2 of them are
about this size
small,
with a book. One is this small, and another one is a larger, same size, but it's the same. No, are 2 of them books? And I think 2 of them are books.
We have at least one book. One of them comes with a pillow, and then so, and you get all your fabric except the backing is what we're trying to understand, because we're new to this. And so we're going to start pairing some of them with backings to try to give you a deal. And then, so we have all the stuff that's brand new in the shop as well. And we're getting in September another line that has it's almost like a faux fur type of thing. And oh my gosh, talk about divine blanket feel.
That's
oh
the
my
one.
gosh.
That's the one that they made the infinity scarves out of.
Yes, right? It is divine. So so if you come into the store or you check us out online, all that stuff is going up on our web store at at QuiltNCode.com. Sorry. I've been giving out the email a lot. And then Will has also been very busy because he has created a quilt kit for the winter jays. This is flannel and it is just as soft.
Yeah, the camera won't do him.
The camera won't, okay, it's good though. I can sort of see that we're okay. You can still see the quilt and that's the
Yeah, that's what matters.
Right, that's what matters. Okay, you see me. And so this is flannel, and then what we've done is we found one of our minkies. That I'm gonna put that on the back. I'm gonna quilt that on the back.
So this is it's like it probably took me 4 hours total.
Yeah.
To put this together because it's all as you can see
Christmas gift
with the fabrics. It goes together in a dream, like a dream, and in a heartbeat, it's done. We have two, as you can see from the. Let's see if you can get that one on the small camera.
So you have two ways that you can do the border. You can do it with the stars, or you can do it with. We have kitted both.
We have 4 kits of each.
Yep.
And they are listed separately. The one with the blue is the snowflake kit, and then the one below that is pine cones.
Yeah, which is what you made your sample out of.
Yeah, right? the pine cones are the outer border for this one, and the inner border is actually what would be the outer border of the second kit. And the framing for the kits is a slightly darker blue snow pattern. So there's not much difference between what I'm showing here and what's in the kit, but in order to keep from using up all the fabric for the kit on our sample, I decided to put both of the border fabrics into the sample.
There you go.
So
cool. And I get the sample. I've already claimed it, so I've already picked out my minky backing, and I get to claim that one. So Lanny's laughing at me in the background. I don't care. So I get to claim that one.
It's gonna be nice and warm this winter. That with the kitten nestled right up against your neck.
I know, she nestles right here. Oh, I'm gonna be in heaven all winter long. Okay, so another thing that has just come in is Josie's fabric. Josie was a friend of ours. She was battling cancer at St. Jude's. She's 12 years old, and she lost that battle, but not before she came out with her first line of fabric. And so we have kits for this quilt at our shop, plus her fabrics, and we're in the process of making a bag and some other ideas with her fabric. And Josie was in the process of creating her second line before she passed away, and so we're hoping that QT will take that line on, and if we sell enough fabric, guys, they will. And so please help us. Half the proceeds from all the sales that Josie is producing go to quilts for kids, and so far Josie has raised $80,000 for Quilts for Kids, which is by far the biggest donation they have ever received, and it gives me chill bumps right off the bat. And so even if you would like to take Josie's fabric and make a quilt for a child, we will get it to Quilts for Kids for you. And so even if you wanted to just make kids quilts are the best, right? And so if you want to make kids quilts, we will help you get those quilts to Quilts for Kids. Or if you want to make a donation in Josie's name, anything helps. She was at St. Jude's for 4 years. in and out of St. Jude's for 4 years. And so it breaks our heart but the legacy that this young lady is leaving behind is just amazing. And so I want to do everything I can to help progress that legacy. So, and keep Josie's name out there so that everyone will remember that sweet, sweet young lady. So we've also gotten in some, when you speak about kids, you got to do kids' books. And so I have been like with a whip the last 2 days. Get those books done, Grandma, get those books done. And look what she has done. She did it, man.
That's all you did?
I know, right. Like, I have been giving her such a rough time. I've been walking in and going, seriously, you're not done with that book yet? I mean, come on, Grandma. And so, and all she does is stick her tongue out at me. So, I just bring out the whip at that point. I mean, come on now. And,
You don't have to whip her to do the book. She likes doing the
She
book.
does like doing books. she does them in about 2 hours. They're not hard. And not only that, but she has been using up my scrap batting. And so my bucket of scrap batting that was at the ceiling is now down about a quarter. And between her and Kyla, piecing batting reluctantly for a quilt for me, that has also brought down the out, and he left before he moved over to the small camera. So Grandma's gonna move over to the small camera for you.
I don't. Now you can show it.
Okay, so we've got, there we go, tenant in the den, and then you can see like the color is just phenomenal in this book. And so this came, I think this is a timeless treasure book. And so, just absolutely sweet, sweet, sweet. And that mouse ends up with the entire, bed, of course.
But then read the last page.
Oh, I have to read the last page. Okay, so he rolled over and scampered out. Wait for me! There were 10 friends again, and the little mouse yawned. Night, night. Oop. Night, night, sleep tight. So they all snuggled together and fell fast asleep. See, my kids love this stuff. Like, my kids would have, yeah. And then we have Rainbow Zebra.
That one's a little too detailed to try and read.
Yeah, I'm not going to read Rainbow Zebra. But Rainbow Zebra is adorable, too. Let me see if I can.
Be here all night.
Right? So...
And how did you use the stripology to make this?
I didn't use the stripology. Grandma made it. And then we have the Counting Chameleon book, and the Chameleon Counting book has some glorious supporting fabric to go with it, and I cannot wait to play with that supporting fabric. It's going to go on nice on a bag because I'm a bag lady, you know me. And so there is the Chameleon Counting book, and so those are 3 brand new books that have come in. We've started doing more books because they have become really popular again. That's really cool. All right, and then anything else before I talk about my Sassafras designs?
Well, before that, we have starting Monday, Shop Hop.
You're right.
The All Carolina Shop Hop starts on Monday. Come on into the shop, and we have not quite decided what we're going to have on sale during the Shop Hop, but we'll figure something out.
And I'm working on a pattern, and I have a long weekend ahead of me. I can do it by Monday.
It's a long weekend, and we don't get a long weekend because everybody's going to come to us on Monday. We will be open. I can't vouch for any of the other shops, but we will be open. We have just started getting leaf change up here. Very slight. It's the I think it's, what is those? Are those the sweet gum or the sugar maple that have started
Sugar
first?
maples.
So they've started first. The green's starting to turn to red. It's very pretty, but we're going to get 3 days of rain supposedly the next.
Well, maybe it'll happen
rest of the
now,
week.
and then.
And
it's early enough that it's not going to knock.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't knock all the leaves off. But it may be a beautiful fall if we don't get too much in way of rain before the leaves do their thing.
And Willis decided that he's going to learn how to use the drone so that he can do a daily or
I keep saying that, and I keep wondering whether I'm going to get the time to do it, but I really want to.
It's not hard.
I got to fill out the FAA form and then, learn how to, buzz passerbys and...
the FAA form says you won't do that.
See, right. The FAA form says I won't. So I learned to do the buzz passerby before I fill out the FAA form.
Lanny's like, I'll drive the drone. It's all good.
It's all on camera now.
Lanny does have his FAA stuff, so he can do it. It's okay.
No, all I want to do is I just want to take the drone and go vertical, take one nice 360 shot of the of Mount Mitchell and the surrounding valley to post so that you can see what the leaves are like and decide whether you want to come up and see them.
Every weekend. You can come visit us every weekend.
That's right.
Yep. And then last for this evening, Sassafras Designs is a pattern company, and they are run by a mother-daughter team, and they are doing a trunk show for us. So they are sending us a variety of quilts, bags, etc. And I will be doing a variety of classes. And so I am going to be doing a class on the Shelby Satchel. And I'm going to be doing a class.
Small camera.
I'm doing, small camera. There we go, Shelby Satchel. And then I haven't decided whether I'm doing Mapleton Avenue or I'm doing a different quilt yet, but I'll be definitely doing a quilt of some sort. I am going to teach paper piecing one Saturday. And so we are going to be doing the color burst. This color burst pattern, she only ends up about that big. I mean, it's a very, very concise, simple, perfect for you to learn paper piecing one little bit at a time. I am currently trying to come up with a kit for that. And so I will have a kit and everything. You won't even have to worry about finding your own colors. And it's going to be small, hopefully priced very reasonably because you need very small pieces. And so I'm working on that. And then I am also going to use the Zootropolis book. And this is all applique. And so I am going to do one of these, and we are going to make a pillow out of one of those. And I am kind of open to letting you decide which one you want to do and then coming in for class, and I'll teach you how to do it. But that will give you the opportunity, because I can't pick which one I want to do. I keep looking at all. I love this little turtle down here. You're gonna, there you go. I love the little turtle. And then there was look at the little squirrel with the acorn, the hanging upside down. I don't know which one to choose. And so,
you choose moose and squirrel.
Choose.
Always choose moose and squirrel.
Too much to drink for you. But look, the alligator has like a little tail hanging out. I don't know. I haven't picked which one I want to do. And so Will is obviously doing the whatever he said. But look, there's a mouse on the kitty cat. I mean, I might do the kitty. I don't know. Anyway, so
mouse is not a moose.
So I will be doing an applique class as well. So let me see. That gives me paper piecing, quilting, applique, and I know I signed up for one more to do, but I can't remember. And I don't. No, with Sassafras Design bag. So I have them all. I have 4 things that I'm going to be teaching between September and October. But look for the trunk show coming in September. We'll definitely be doing that online, as well as I'm trying to take that places like to some quilt guilds and that type of thing. And so if you are interested in seeing that trunk show and having a class and you are part of a quilt guild, I would love to come and see you, especially if you're really, really local. I say that and somebody's going to say, oh, I'm in Switzerland. I could probably do that too, but...
Little Switzerland.
So...
Not very far away.
And if you are looking for some sort of specialized class, I can do that as well. So, if you're looking for something that is different that you've been trying to learn, English paper piecing is on the top of my list, as is wool applique. I am learning that. So we could work together. It could happen, right, Vicky? Vicky is wanting paper piecing, which is why I'm looking at this. So
I think I figured out how to make your scraps for your class.
Oh, good. Okay, so I'm going to let him take care of that. And so we have the scraps ready to go, and and I promise we'll make it fun. paper piecing or quilting or whatever may not be for you, but we will make your journey fun, I promise. And so...
Vicky says, oh yeah.
And Vicky and I have been doing a lot of classes, just her, she and I, and it's been really
Well,
nice.
actually, I feel really bad now that Vicky's on and we forgot to bring up her mug.
Oh, I have, Vicky
You want me to go get one?
made me
Please.
the most gorgeous QuiltNCode mugs. And they are now for sale for how much? 16?
Yep.
For $16. I can't believe it. I'm so excited.
And we'll have to get pictures of it so I can get it online so you can order them. But yeah, they are so beautiful. I mean, I don't know how she does it, but she has designed t-shirts for us. They're going to be coming soon. She's got a mug for me specifically that she's been working on because I'm a weirdo and I love Bigfoot. I know that Bigfoot doesn't exist except when I look in the mirror. And she has designed this cryptozoology mug that has a Bigfoot making a quilt in front of a campfire. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. So we're going to be carrying some of those mugs as well because she's wonderful. I give her these ideas and she comes to me and they're even better. It's like Allyson says, I give him ideas and Will comes to me with these and they just all of a sudden they're there. And I did the same thing and Vicky does it for me now. It's like, okay, I know how Allyson feels now. It's wonderful. It's really nice.
And Vicky says, giggle.
So, and then we also have, our mugs from and our, all this wonderful artwork and stuff from Sarah House. I know Sarah's going to be watching us, maybe not right now, but she's made me these gorgeous things because I constantly am misplacing all my stuff. So.
Right. And she's, when she does her
next firing, right.
She only fires 4 times a year at most. But the next time she does a firing, she's got a few mugs for us. They are not going to be $16. They will be a little bit more than that, but they will.
They're totally worth it. We drink out of them all the time.
Yeah, they are, as you could see, they are wonderful hand thrown mugs.
Famous Sarah House pottery. Look her up.
So that is the QuiltNCode merch that's coming soon.
Right? We have merch! Oh my gosh!
But I have my own personal mug that they can.
Right, and Mom has her own personal mug that says, "As ye sow, so shall ye rip," because that is my mother's saying. It has been since I could sew. One of the first things we teach children is how to use a seam ripper. They may not like it, but they know how to use it. And I don't make them use it all the time, but there are times when even they say, I need the seam ripper. So I'm glad that we're teaching them right. So, all right. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us for our nightcap this evening. Whatever you're drinking, I know it's not as good as ours, but
I won't guarantee that there are good drinks out there that could rival this.
Well, the Mai Tais I've been, we got from New Jersey.
Right.
Whew. That's good stuff.
When you don't have an ABC store and you have independent liquor stores, they get some weird stuff. And we found some really cool, weird stuff.
I mean, yeah. We say we don't drink, Will. We're giving the impression that that's all we do.
It is what we do on Thursday.
Once a month.
Once a month.
It's Thursday somewhere.
It's Thursday somewhere. So, well, thank you so much for joining us, and I promise we'll be back with live soon. Probably not next week. We're still getting in the new role of everything that's happening, and with Shop Hop starting, I'm not quite sure.
And then the week after that, Lanny and Allyson will be up in Pennsylvania. Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and all of our kits will be available unless you buy them now. Buy all our kits now, and they won't be available in Lancaster. But if you come to us to see us in Lancaster, you'll see Allyson and Lanny, and you can get all of our kits as well as some of our yardage. Yeah.
And I'm doing a
She's gonna be a stripper up there.
And I'm going to be a stripper up there. I'm going to be teaching the stripology in a session on the first day. So I'm really excited.
Just try not to get glitter and feathers everywhere.
I will keep the glitter to a minimum.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, you all. And cheers.
Cheers.
Bye, everyone.
Clink.